Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. I'm Mary Haney, Director of the Detroit Lakes Public Library, and many times on this show we talk about what to read. Well, this time I'd like to talk about what to listen to. We have a lot of people come into the library, especially this time of year, who ask, what can you recommend for us to take on a long road trip? And this often comes up in the context of a husband and wife going on a trip, or a man and a woman, friends going on a trip. And the man doesn't like to read, doesn't think he likes to listen to audiobooks. Wife loves them, and so she wants to know, what can we read or listen to together? And in that case, I usually recommend that they start with Janet Evanovich. Janet Evanovich is well known to many readers as the author of the Stephanie Plum novels, which are usually pretty funny. They have a strong element of humor in them, and they do appeal to both men and women. So, like, here's one of the more recent Stephanie Plum ones, Notorious 19. They're all read by Lorelei King, who is a wonderful reader. Once you hear her give voice to Grandma Mazur, you'll always hear that voice in your head when you ever read Janet Evanovich. She has two other series that are also good to listen to. This one is really good, especially for men and women together. It's the Fox and O'Hare series, and she's got, I think, 4 or 5 of these now. It's a con man teams up with an FBI agent. They drive each other crazy. Of course, they're secretly in love, but they get into the worst, most violent capers, assisted by a changing cast of rogue characters, shall we say. And they're a lot of fun. They're read by a man who's got a great voice for this. I did a road trip with a guy last fall, and he just loved listening to this. He wanted to listen to more. And then there's a third series. I couldn't find the audiobook version of Janet Evanovich's Lizzie and Diesel series. There's a little bit of kind of a fantasy magic element to this, but they are set in the United States in current times. They're funny, they're fast-paced, they're a lot like Stephanie Plum, but different protagonists, and a lot of fun to listen to on the road. Another author I recommend for men and women traveling together is Dick Francis. There are many, many Dick Francis novels. Lately they've been co-written with his son Felix Francis. This is just one example. We have many of them, which are a great thing to take on the road and listen to together. I also like to listen to some of the books by Alexander Mccall Smith. My favorite is The 44 Scotland Street. This is the one I listened to most recently, all about Bertie's Guide to Life and Mothers. Bertie is a 6-year-old prodigy who can play I think he plays the clarinet or something like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, these are good for mixed company too. Another of his series is the #1 Ladies Detective Agency, set in Botswana. His other series, Isabel Dalhousie, and a newer one is the Corduroy Mansions. I love this one because it's got a great dog in it. A terrier of a breed that no one has ever heard of. People have tried to look for this terrier online. It doesn't exist. Alexander Mccall Smith made it up. But if you like to listen to dog stories, this is the one for you. Then if you've got kids, there are some that are written for adults. This is a mystery series. I just love these. Alan Bradley's Flavia DeLuce series. The protagonist is 11 years old, so it appeals to kids, but she's a very precocious 11, also appeals to adults. I liked this. I listened to a lot of historical novels. This is a Julie Klassen book. She has written many books. Most of them are on CD. She is, by the way, a Minnesota writer. For mixed company involving children, you can't go wrong with a little Garrison Keillor. Kids love this. Plenty of pretty good jokes. This is an audio joke book taken from their April joke show for many years. So those are a lot of fun for the kids. And then there are some that are just for kids. Harry Potter, we didn't have any in, I can't show you, but the Harry Potter books on audio are fabulous. Your kids will love them. The Penderwicks, there's quite a few of these. This will remind you of maybe the Boxcar Children for slightly older kids, which is great for everybody to listen to. So if you need something to listen to for going on the road, come on in the library. We have things we can recommend or find for everyone's taste. So thanks for joining me. Come into the library and check it out.